Yesterday was my anniversary with my lovely wife, Ari, and it was a very beautiful night, and we had a great time. But at dinner, you know, I had just watched 9 hours of Bionicle. Some of the things I'm thinking about that I want to talk about is like how much Bionicle lore is weird. You know, you can't spend your entire fucking Thursday watching Bionicle and then on Friday not have some Bionicle related topics in your brain. Interesting anniversary story. So it's my first anniversary. It's been 1 year since our wedding. And obviously I wanted to do something, you know, fun and nice and have a good time. One of the things I love about Ari is she's very not materialistic. In fact, to the point where it's like, she doesn't like flashy stuff. But I wanted to, like, you know, so I just picked a really nice, exclusive, but small and not gaudy Japanese restaurant. Like, it just really nice, like, it has a long reservation or whatever. And I planned ahead of that. So we did that first. All right. And that went well. That went great. You know, it has a lot of these really fancy dishes and the chef comes out and talks to you and it was cool. But then I wanted to plan something special for afterwards. All right. The dinner was really nice and we get some drinks and we're feeling good and it's fun. You know, we're talking. And then I have this plan for a little post-dinner fun anniversary thing to do together. Cause she's Ari much more than me. I'm not like, I'm tough. All right. Don't worry about me, but she likes horror movies way more than I do. My idea is I find this place that's called The Basement, and it's like the highest rated horror escape room. It's got like an actor in the room. It's got like, you know, it's like scary, you know? So that's the idea. I found the one that's for couples. So it's just us. It's like nobody else in the room. We do that after dinner, but it's like not really near us. Like when it's in LA, it's like the outskirts, the outskirts of LA. And so after dinner, we're like driving and it's like pretty far. It's like, you know, I don't know. I mean, we're going pretty fast. I'm going like fucking fast because I have a time I have to hit. I have to go there. And it's like, I don't know, 40 minutes, 35, 40 minutes. And we're driving and she doesn't know what it is. It's a surprise. And she's like, the whole way, she's like kind of guessing. It's frustrating because you never want your partner in that situation to be guessing because they'll end up guessing something that's cooler. But one of the things she guesses that she seems really excited about was like, I think Universal has like a haunted horror night or something. And she guessed that and she was very excited when she said it. So I was like, oh, that's good. That's a good sign because this is like even cooler than that. This is like much cooler than that. But I don't tell her. I'm like, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. But she's getting like, she's like, what is this? Like, because we're getting so far out of the city. We're in the boonies now and we're still driving. And then we pull up finally at the basement. I wonder if I can find a Google Maps of it. Imagine this, but at night, okay? The place we're going is the one on the left. But all you can see is the side on the right. And I'm like, here we are. It's an adult factory outlet, bro. It's like a fucking dildo store. So it's like, happy anniversary. I brought you fucking across town to like a low budget. I love her so much because she was like genuinely she was like, oh, cool. You know? And I was like, babe, no. This place. Anyway, so we go in the basement, which is extremely creepy. But then the one we chose was called like the elevator shaft. Okay. And so they take us and they give us like this long safety thing or whatever. And it's like how whatever you do, if you're like crawling through a tunnel, don't stick your head up. And I didn't look too much into this because I didn't want to be spoiled. So I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? So then they just leave and we're in a room and it plays this video of like a guy trapped in an elevator shaft, like bleeding to death. I mean, he's obviously not Tom Cruise or whatever, but he's acting his heart out that he's getting fucking murdered. So it's like creepy, you know? And they start to get creepy and then they shut this big door behind you and you go through and it shuts behind you and you're in an elevator shaft. You're like locked in this creepy old flickering lights, dark elevator shaft. And it's like figure your way out. At the beginning, I'm like, okay, whatever. It's just gonna have fun, like puzzles. But they do a pretty good job of the atmosphere. Like it's one of the best escape rooms I've been to in terms of like effort put in on theming and stuff. So, but we're only in this small elevator and I figured the whole thing was in there. So we're like looking through the walls and like there's an access panel and we're like looking through it and we find a key and we're like messing with the dials or whatever, making progress and it's fun. But then this panel in the bottom opens up and it's like a little cramped, dark tunnel with a trolley in the bottom and water rushing. It's like water rushing into the floor, water rushing in the trolley, and it's very obvious that we have to go through there to get the next thing. So obviously she's actually scared. Like, she's not actually scared, I think, but she's scared. She's like, I'm scared. So I go in and we figure out the thing to turn the pipe or whatever, or the puzzle, so the water's not falling directly on me, but I have to lay down like this on like a trolley. Like it's like a tiny little cramped trolley and there's no light. It's like really dark, only a little green light. And I'm laying down flat, and the only way to move is there's like a rope, and I have to pull it to move the wheel. So I can't see where I'm going behind me. Only she can see it, and it's dark. And if I stick my head up, like my head would actually get hit. Like it's actually pretty cramped. I go all the way to the end, and like they've set up, it's fake, but it's a skeleton. It's a skeleton of a guy that died, and he's got like a work jacket on, and I have to like rifle through his fucking pockets to find like a diagram and a key of, of what the puzzle solution is. So I'm going all the way down to the end. And then when I get there, there's like a little panel thing with like a warning on it. And it's like, panel only will work if access panel or if maintenance shaft is completely shut and sealed. So I have to yell back to her, and she can't even see me. Again, I'm so far down this tunnel. She cannot see me. She's yelling at me, but it's pitch dark. So I'm yelling to her, she's yelling to me, but we can't see each other. And it's the end of this I'm not kidding, it's a small tunnel. I'm yelling to her, and then I tell her this thing, and she goes, okay, do I have to shut it? Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. And so she slams like this metal door shut and locks it. And you hear the click, and it's like dark. And I can't hear her anymore. And that was the only time, I'm not going to say I ever got really scared, but that was the time I was like claustrophobic. I was like, because I'm so far from the exit. There's no other way out. I can't really see the rope to get back. All you hear is water dripping, and I'm like claustrophobic. But also, the worst part is that it's not working. Like, she shuts it and locks it, and the panel is not working. Like, I'm pressing the button, I'm turning the key, I'm like trying to read it, but there's no light, and it's not fucking working. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting cramped in here, and I want it to work. I want to read it. I'm like trying, and I'm like, is anyone watching this? Like, and so finally I have to go back. And then when I get back to the main room, she like unlocks it, lets me out. We find this fucking battery thing that we needed the whole time. So we have to go back in. Like, the whole time I don't have this battery. But then I realize, okay, I could go back, and I should go back. And you guys are going to make fun of me, but I swear to God, this is the reason I did it. I swear to God, I'm going to tell you next. I'm thinking in my head, like, this is probably there's not like another trolley. There's not another thing, There's like, this is the cool part of this fucking trip. And so I'm like trying to encourage Ari to do it. I swear to God, you guys are copying me, but I'm thinking like, if all she did was, if she never does it, because she was scared. She was like, I don't know. But like, if she doesn't do it, I feel like it's not going to be a good memory. And in my mind, I'm thinking, if she said she doesn't want to do it, she's not going to do it. But I'm like, are you sure you don't want to do it? Because like, this is the only, and like, I think the point of something like that is to like overcome your fear. And then afterwards you have a fun story and she's excited about it. And in my mind, I feel like if she does it, it'll be sick. So she does it. I mean, she's like, okay, I'll do it. And so she takes the battery and she gets on the thing and she goes, and she gets to the end, and I have to slam the thing shut and close it. And then she plugs in the battery and she gets the puzzle. And once the thing comes on, she can see me on camera, the panel. So she can see me from where she's at, but it's like a grainy old footage. And she can see me and she can talk to me, but I can't really talk back to her. There's like a pipe or something. So she can talk to me. And so now there's like, I mean, I guess I'm just spoiling it, and never do it, I guess. there's like, they have other ones that are also there. Now that I'm alone in the elevator shaft and she's telling me stuff, the elevator starts to close. Like, so actually I made a mistake, right? Because like, I put her over there, but now I'm in the closing elevator shaft and she has to give me these instructions on like how to fucking fix it's like, it looks like this, actually. This is exactly what it looks like. Like this. I gotta fix these pipes or whatever as it's closing on me. And it was pretty intense. It was cool. So she's telling me like, flip that one up. And if I do it wrong, which I did a couple times, it like sprays gas out. So it was cool. I mean, it was pretty fun. Then she came back. We started to fucking figure, okay, I'm gonna tell you one thing. So we go through all these puzzles and we're making great progress. And there's one where you have to like take this rickety thing and, you know, jam it through a hole and flick a light switch to see something, and we're solving it. And then there's part where we need to like take an electric wire and ground it and then touch another thing. And I'm like, I don't see a wire. Like, where's the fucking wire? And then I remembered there was a loose wire back at the end of the trolley. And we're low on time. So I dive back in the trolley and I'm like fucking yeeting myself back there in the dark. Like, don't even shut it. And I'm getting soaking wet because we didn't like fucking move the thing aside. And I grab the wire and start yanking it. And it turns out I was worried that was fake. That was the solution, which was fucking sick. That was the coolest puzzle to me. It was like remembering that loose wire, needing a wire, and then you just keep pulling it. Like it feels like I'm just breaking the set, but I'm just yanking the wire and it finally comes out. So then I slide myself backwards, back on the trolley. We touch it, it grounds, it solves it. And then there's like 6 things in there. And whenever we hit them, weird shit happens. And we know we have to hit them in a certain order, but we don't know what the order is. And we're like freaking out and we're like looking everywhere. And I'm like even looking back in the trolley and she's like scraping like we're looking everywhere. It literally was on the other side of the panel. Like when you open it, just look at the it was like the most obvious spot and we just let it dangle. So we never looked at it to the point where even like the murderer in character was like giving us subtle hints. I don't remember what he said, but he was like, you know, you're gonna fucking die if you don't check the other side or something. You know? I'm not even kidding. Not even that exaggerated. Like because we were ahead of pace. That's what they told us. We were ahead of pace. Like we were doing good on the puzzles and it was fun. And then we got stuck. We just got literally fucking stuck on this one puzzle at the very end and we couldn't figure it out. And it was so frustrating. Oh God. And so at the end of it, we ran out of time and we died. The elevator crushed us. It goes down and like stops right above your head and it's like, you're dead. We did die, unfortunately, on the last puzzle. Very rip. Huge bummer, but very fun night. And again, in the car ride home, I think she was pretty happy that she did the brave thing of the trolley. So that was the big plan. We did not go, actually we did go to that Adult Factory outlet afterwards. Just briefly. A lot of crazy stuff there. It was gonna be funny. We thought it'd be funny. It was just a funny part of the story. Anyway, that's it. That was it. And then we came back home and the rest of it is not your business.